First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim pushing this truth in sincerity. And today I would like to go into a couple verses in the book of Second Ezra, the 7th chapter, and basically I was inspired by a video that the elder Yashawamba had done, and other elders, and brothers on basically having tough skin, and not being offended. That's always a reoccurring topic when you are in this truth. Enduring sound doctrine, enduring hardness as a soldier. All these things are indicative of a man of the Lord. We always speak about the straight gate. Okay, the sufferings, the trials. All right, putting on the mind of Yahweh Shai. Okay, that basically, you're gonna go through things. You're gonna suffer for the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, and that's a manifest token. That the Lord is dealing with you, that He's purging you. When you endure and you continue. Remember, the Lord deals with us as sons. Okay, so I want to start here. This is the book of Second Ezra 7. It says, "And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it may be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?" You see? And as always, there's put a parable or a saying, okay? And that's wisdom, okay? A sea is set in a wide place that it may be deep and great, but the entrance is like a river and it's narrow, okay? And when you continue to read, it reminds me of what's written in Matthew, the 7th chapter, about entering into the strait gate, okay? But let's continue. It says, there's also another thing. So it's about to, put it into another perspective, if you will. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. Okay, so now it's speaking about of a city. Before it was speaking about the sea. Okay, and the entrance was narrow like a river. Now it's speaking about a city that is builded and is set in a broad field, but the entrance thereof is narrow as well. But it says here that it is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. So you have to imagine these scenarios, right? If you're trying to get to a city that is full of good things, but you have to enter, a dangerous path, where, the right hand is fire and the left is deep water. Okay. It's basically telling you have to be careful. You see, you have to be mindful where you step, how you walk. Okay. And this is likened unto, getting to the kingdom. You see, it says, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. Right? There's only one path between both of these scenarios. To get to, okay, where you want to get to, you got to go, okay, through basically through danger. It says, and it's so small that there could but one man go there at once, right? So, basically, your walk, okay, to the kingdom is going to be an individual one, okay? It's not going to be, you holding hands with someone else, you know? It says 9, if this city were now given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before, how shall he receive this inheritance? You see? So you could say if the kingdom were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before, how shall he receive his inheritance? So how are you going to receive and inherit all things, with Yahweh Shai, if you don't pass the dangers that are set before it? Okay, so that's basically what this is alluding to. Okay, these two scenarios, if you will. And we, hold to inherit all things with Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, and we must also pass the danger that is set before, okay, us. Right? 10, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Right? So all Israel, okay, basically is presented with this this scenario, man. And basically, we know that not all Israel is going to receive the kingdom, but it's our portion, okay, to have to go through hell to get to the kingdom. This is not our rest. This is not like the city, like the scriptures say, much glory does not, abide in this life. Okay, it says that in Second Ezra, the 8th chapter. Okay, 11, because for their sakes I made the world. Right, the world was made for Israel's sake. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now was done. Okay. So this is how it is with Israel, with Jake's. This is not, this is the so-called white man's rulership. This is his kingdom. This is our hell. Okay, but the world was made for Israel. But when Adam broke the Most High's commandments, things changed. Okay, that's why you see the world in the way it is now. Now is decreed with what you see. It says 12. Then were the entrances of this world were narrow. Salakia. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow. You see, after Adam disobeyed. Okay. When he had it all made in the garden, you see. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, right? Being born into this world, it became what? Full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. Okay, so this is what happens when you disobey the Most High. What did the Lord tell Adam? He says, from the sweat of thy brow thou shalt eat, so you have to basically, fend for yourself, if you will. You have to really go out there and get, your daily bread. Okay. Remember how Adam and Eve were basically kicked out of the garden because of what? They wanted to be, okay, like the wicked. They took on the philosophies of the wicked. Which we know now is Esau, Edom. All right. It says 12. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. You see? So, man that is born into this world, you know, you encounter sorrow and travail. It's evil, full of perils, and perils means danger and very painful, right? This is not a rest. This place will destroy you with a sword destruction. Okay, and this is the life of an Israelite. Okay, because although life ain't easy for these other nations, man, it's definitely not easy for us. Okay, this is very much a fight on all sides. Okay, it says for the entrances of the elder world, right? See, so before Adam transgressed, okay, the commands of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that the entrances of that elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit. The garden was paradise. They were basically, kicking up their feet, just being, living it up. It's not like how it is now. You see, they had it good with in those days. But look how the world is now. And just because technology is at its peak, so to speak, man, it just makes people more lazy. It's just, you know, makes people more cold. Nobody communicates. Everybody's on their phone. Uh, you know, everybody's bombarded with just wicked messages, from these devices, these phones, the internet. You got to stop and think about these things, man. That's why we know that, it's better now, us having experienced wickedness to follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, look at what is decreed now. Look at how life is now. It's full of evil. It's wicked. You can't look on the news because all you see is people getting shot. Crime is going up. Homelessness. You got this fentanyl epidemic. People are on pills and sicknesses. You just hear of all different manner of evils in the world. All right. This place will destroy you. The world will destroy you if you indulge in it. Okay? If you overindulge in the world, you will be destroyed in it. You cannot beat the streets. You can't. It says, for the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure and brought immortal fruit. Right, the elder world, man, it was wide and sure. You didn't have to worry about bills and, due dates. All right, and meeting quotas and credit and taxes and all this other stuff, man. It was sure. It was a sure thing, man, that you were gonna wake up and be happy and kick up your feet under Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, 14. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. You see, and that's key. Okay, we have to labor to enter these straight and vain things. Straight meaning what? Difficult, and vain things. Vain meaning, like, why do I got to go through this? And we all question that. We all ponder upon that at times. Like, why, all right, do I have to endure such meaningless people, such meaningless things? But we must do it. That's how we're gonna get the kingdom that's laid up. It's just waiting for the elect, right? It's now therefore why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man, and why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? And you can't be disquieted. You have to have your wits about you, be sober. We are corruptible. We will fall. Okay, but if you're part of the election, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua will sustain you in a righteous path and a righteous spirit. And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Right, we're mortal. We should not exceed the Most High. Okay, and his plan. It says, why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? You see? You got to think about the kingdom. Because this present world is going to pass away. And even that, man, in a way, you got to be in the moment. You can't be worrying, also about the future. So it's like a double-edged sword. It says, then answered I and said, O Lord, thou bearest rule. Thou hast ordered in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish. Right? According to the scriptures, the righteous are going to inherit the things that are laid up, but that the ungodly should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. The righteous are going to suffer difficult things and still hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. So he was kind of conflicted in his mind, Esdras. He was like, the righteous, they suffer straight things, and yet they still hope and are going to see the wide. It says, but those that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, but they're not going to see the wide. They're not going to see the kingdom. And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. Okay? And we must understand that. When we see loved ones and we see friends and other people, okay, that, you deem to, be, worthy or they should get the truth or you want to see them make it. Hey, ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Yashai, he's the judge. We just have to hope and pray that we endure, because when we're real prisoners of hope. That's for a fact. Okay? Many that perish in this life is because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. The scriptures say all shall hear of the gospel and the end shall come. No one's going to just not know of this truth. It's only fair that the Most High said it before them, and those that are going to receive it are going to receive it, and those that are not are not. And there's no judge above the Most High, and none that have understanding above the highest. The Lord knows why his movie is like this. 21, for the Most High hath given straight commandment to such as came. Right? There's it's plain. Those that have come into the world, they have known, and they will be, and they will be known, and they will know, I should say. Yeah, the Most High is giving clear commandments to everyone that is coming to the world, telling them what they should do, okay, to obtain life and avoid punishment. Because it goes on to say what they should do to live even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things. Right? So some are not obedient, but they speak against Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, and they imagine vain things. You got people that actually believe that their opinion counts, that what they're doing is right, not honoring the Most High and following the commandments, that they have a way to righteousness that they got to figure it out. When the Lord has set before them, commandments and what they should do to avoid to be punished. Right? 23, and deceive themselves by their wicked deeds. You see, people be deceived by their wicked deeds, thinking the Most High don't see them, or that they can get away with it, or that nothing's going to happen. And said of the Most High that he is not and knew not his ways. Right? A lot of people say the Most High that he don't exist. They don't know his ways. He must not exist. I mean, nothing's happening, right? In their eyes. But his law have they despised and denied his covenants and his statutes. Have they not been faithful and have not performed his works? You got a lot of people, in the world, they reject the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, and his agreements that he's made with who? With the Israelites, and his commandments. They have not been faithful. They have not done them and have not performed his works. Right? And therefore, Esdras, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things. Some see the cup half empty, some see it half full. It is what it is, man, basically. And we must know that, it is what it is. Some are going to make it, some are not. Okay? We just have to hope and pray that we can endure to the end. Right? 26, behold, the time shall come that these tokens, and tokens are signs, which I have told thee shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear. And she coming forth shall be seen that now was withdrawn from the earth. Right? The elect is going to be seen. The elect is the bride. Elect is the woman of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. Right now they're hidden, but it's going to be seen pretty soon, who the elect is. 27, and whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evil shall see my wonders. For my son Yahweh Shai shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. All right? So Yahweh Shai is going to be revealed with the angels. Okay. All right, and those that are delivered, they're going to see, the kingdom. And Yahweh Shai, he's going to be revealed. Okay, with the angels. All right, with those that have made it. Okay, so, we have to endure because, we're all going to suffer straight things, man. Whether you're wicked or righteous, we're all going to suffer. That's our portion. That's how, it was written for the Israelites, man, to suffer in this life, but to receive a kingdom if they endure, if they did the commandments, man. If they learn to observe the Lord's words so that they can avoid punishment. Okay, but some are going to be disobedient and speak against him and imagine things and deceive themselves by their wicked deeds. Okay, and basically deny him. So it is what it is, man. And we have to understand these things, man. That the kingdom, it's basically it's a dangerous path to get there. But if we are able to make it through the obstacle course of life and go through all this straight and meaningless things, then hey, man, we're going to be rewarded, man, Lord willing. Okay? This is the plan that the Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai had for us, and it's being revealed. So, I just wanted to bring this out, Lord willing. It was edifying. Lord willing, it made sense. It was just something that was on my spirit. I perceived through the spirit, Yahweh Bashem Yashai is basically letting it be known unto the believers, unto us, man, that, hey, we got to endure. We got to constantly endure, man. Prepare our souls for temptation, because it's not a cakewalk, man. We're talking about, sojourning in the land of captivity, being at war, okay, battling all different sorts of things coming at you all different ways, and now we know, okay, we had it good, okay, but now look at you. Now you got to suffer. Now you got to go through it, okay? And what did the Lord say? Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, so it's possible. Okay, well, how about Shem Yashai? Everything is possible, but that's the key. We have to, stay, okay, in the spirit, stay spiritual, man. That's a battle in itself, you know. Besides having to get up to go to work, having a family, having to maintain, uh, many different things. You got to stay in the spirit. You got to fight the flesh. All right. So, again, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rokak Wadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to all you Akim and all you Akwath out there, believing in truth and sincerity. Keep praying, okay? We have to labor, as it says here, all right, in the 14th verse, to enter these straight and vain things, okay? That's the only way we can receive those things that are laid up for us, man. Okay? Shalom.